Jessii Vee, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the really creepy history and experiences with the Susie Scribbles doll. This is a doll that literally has a pencil in her hand and she draws for you. So creepy to think about. I have not continued this creepy doll series in such a long time, so I'm really excited to be here again. Also, do you like my shirt? I feel like I want to start the Halloween shirts now, and I figured this one was still kind of summery, right? There's pink in it. That counts, right? Before I get started though, I just want to give you another reminder that we have so many cool new things up on our website right now. Some of my favorites are the plushies. Obviously, you guys know that. We have this beautiful brand new giant dragon. I love him so much. He's nice and heavy, so he actually sits on any sort of shelf or table that you want him on. I love his hair. He's so soft. I love how his wings and his scales have this like luminescence to them. We also have a new design for our light up dragons. They look way cooler in the dark, but they're just like our aliens, which are our best sellers, so he is up on the website right now. We also have the cutest crescent moon star gnome. He is also really heavy and sits on surfaces, and what's so cool is that when you gift this to somebody, there's a little spot right here for a gift card, and he just like holds on to the gift card like, here, congratulations, happy birthday, whatever occasion it is. So I love him so much. He is also on the website, so I'll put all the links down below in the description. So before I get into talking about the Susie Scribbles doll, I want to get into a little bit of history about moving dolls, because what surprised me to know is that they started being created in the 1700s. And there was one very famous inventor. His name was Jacques Droz. I hope I'm saying that right. Pierre Jacques Droz was born on July 28th, 1721 on a small farm in Switzerland, and he took a serious interest in clock making, and it wasn't too long before he became famous for it, and he was like attracting all of this really wealthy clientele. And what was so cool is that he didn't just make ordinary clocks, he created them with people and animals and birds inside of them, and when the clock moved, those things moved as well. They almost seemed to move by themselves as if propelled by magic, and people were so amazed by these mysterious machines that he was creating that he was often suspected of witchcraft. But it was only because people could not comprehend that machines could be created to do all of these crazy things. So eventually he had to like sit down and demonstrate to all of the people how these clocks worked, just so they wouldn't think he was like some crazy magician. And with his ongoing fame, he decided to go to the next level of creation. So between 1768 and 1774, him and his son created 3 automata, which were basically like mechanical dolls. And after their completion, they were shown at royal courts across Europe, and even until this day, people are still amazed by them. So I'm going to talk about those 3 historical mechanical dolls, and then we'll get into Susie Scribbles because she's the more modern version of them. So first we have the doll called the writer. This doll is controlled by a mechanism consisting of 6,000 metal parts. He is able to write any text up to 40 letters long, and the text is coded on a wheel where characters are selected one by one. He uses this goose feather to write, which he inks from time to time and even shakes off to prevent the ink from spilling all over his paper. His eyes even follow the text being written, and his head moves when he dips his pen in the inkwell, and he still works to this day, which blows my mind. It's just so crazy how back in the 1700s they gave him so many human-like actions, like shaking the feather pen to prevent ink blots. That's crazy. Then we have the next one called the musician. This is a female organist who actually plays a genuine custom-built instrument by pressing the keys with her fingers. The music is not recorded or played by a mechanical music box, and this automation actually breathes. Like, you can see her chest moving up and down. She also follows the movement of her fingers with her eyes, and also imitates some of the movements of a real player, such as balancing her torso. So like I said, very human-like. It really freaked people out. And then the last one is called the Drotzman. This is a young child who actually draws 4 different images: a portrait of Louis XV, a royal couple believed to be Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI, a dog, and a scene of Cupid driving a chariot pulled by a butterfly. This automation animation uses a system of cams which code the movements of the hand in 2 dimensions, plus 1 to lift the pencil. This guy also moves his chair and periodically blows on his pencil to remove the dust. Are you kidding me? So these were literally from the 1700s. This was the start of mechanical dolls and figures, and people thought it was pure magic. So now I wanted to talk about Susie Scribbles. She came out in the 1980s and people were also so enamored by her and everybody wanted her for Christmas. Okay, so this doll was created in 1987 by the Wonderama Toy Company of New Jersey. Susie Scribbles is designed to actually write with a pencil. When her power is turned on, her mechanical right arm moves back and forth, and while she is writing, Susie seems to speak as her tape plays. What's kind of strange is that her mouth and eyes were never designed to actually move, so she kind of just starts talking without any expression. The only thing moving is her arm, like I said. In her sitting position, she's about 15 inches tall and she weighs about 4 pounds, and every kid in the late 80s asked for her for Christmas. Now, she sold for about $70 at the time, and that included her desk, her paper, her pencil, and her introductory tape, but apparently you can go and buy like separate tapes. She had a bunch of them, and she's actually being sold on eBay now for hundreds of dollars. So I wanted to tell you a creepy story that I found called Drawing at Night. It's interesting because most stories I found from adults who had this doll as a kid, they had a really positive experience. They loved playing with this doll, but I was able to find one creepy story from someone. There's always someone. This story is from a girl who did not have the best experience. She said the year the doll came out, she would see these daily commercials for it and wanted one so badly, but years went by and her parents weren't able to afford one, and there was one Christmas in the early 90s where one of her friends actually gave her one of her old Susie Scribbles doll that kind of had slowed down, didn't work very well anymore, but instead of going and throwing it out, she wanted to give her friend a chance to enjoy it. Her friend told her that sometimes she turned on randomly, but other than that, she worked okay. Well, as you can probably guess, the time that this doll would randomly turn on was in the middle of the night. And what was so creepy is that it sat in the corner of her room in complete darkness, and she would wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of a pencil moving on paper. She would look over and see the dark silhouette of her doll's arm moving back and forth in rapid movements, and the doll would just be like giggling and saying things like,
"Do you like the face I'm drawing? After I'm done, you can come and color it in."
And because the doll didn't work as well as it used to, it would be drawing these terrifying faces. Like things that barely looked human. They looked like monsters or creatures. So of course the girl eventually got rid of this doll because she couldn't handle this late night drawing anymore, and I do not blame her. That sounds awful. And after I heard this story, as creeped out as I was, I really did want to buy one of these dolls online, and I'm still looking to find one. A lot of them are way too expensive, so if I do, I will definitely do an unboxing on the vlog channel and test her out. And I really hope she doesn't turn on randomly in the night. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I found the history to be really fascinating, almost more than the Susie Scribbles story. But if you want me to continue this creepy doll series, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. And don't forget, if you would like to check out all the new stuff on our website, I have linked it down below. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!